All right, and we are back. I think, assuming everything is working, we are back in the solo world. Just after last time. Welcome everyone. Good evening or good afternoon or good morning. I saw Old Woman Gamer, I saw Young Gamer Blast, Krishna, and what else did I see? So I don't forget. Also Death Angel, falling out of Mixer. Thank you very much for that. And let me make sure. And we have Gams, obviously, who was first. Welcome, Gams. Been a while. Everyone doing well? How's the audio actually? Is it good? Hopefully it's good. So I'm here right after the horde that we had last time, where Lev and team, and mostly Lev, was helping me clean up, and Ninja, and I think Chervo was there for a while as well. Oh, Jeff. I hear a zombie. Sorry. I was reading what Young Gamer Blast was saying, and I was. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Old Woman Gamer. Do JFK area rip out the eek I am when. Okay. Woof. Is that what an angry bunny sounds like? I would more imagine an angry bunny was like, but you know, that maybe that's me. Thank you. Just making sure, because I've been tweaking the audio a little bit. Is any? No, it's just a. Just a lone there and not a horde. I need to go and clean up. Again, thank you, Old Woman Gamer, for gifting me and my daughter that human. What's it called? I need to switch out. Human Fall Flat. It looks like quite a cute game, so I'm gonna have to enjoy that with my daughter. She likes this kind of cute game. So I showed her the video of it. Kill a direwolf. Yes, give me direwolf. Give me one. So I showed her the video, and she thought it was very cute. And she's like, "Yeah, she wants to play it." And I'm like, "No, not now. You're gonna go sleep." But we'll have to find a little bit of time during the weekend to record a session with her to do that. So what I was gonna do now, except for putting things back. Let me see here. Mechanical part. These ones, I had way too much of this. So the horde together with the team was worked out pretty well. Do I still have the Magnum? I don't even have the Magnum. So I don't know why I'm actually carrying around this one without the Magnum. I've probably gotten rid of my Magnum. Not here. So that's the problem when you're... Oh, there it is. Okay, I have the Magnum. Problem with playing something sometimes is that you don't realize where you have things or if you have things. So anyway, I was going to get... And not the shotgun turret. This one. I was going to get those two as well. 1, 2, and this one. My daughter is asleep. Well, I hope she's asleep. It's like 11:24 p.m. here, so if she's not asleep, then it's a bit of a problem. But she might not be yet, actually, to be honest. Oh, you've played it, Young Gamer Blast? It looked really cute. Yeah, that kind of lemming. How long the stream will be? Probably about 3 hours, give or take a bit. Probably around there. Oh, hungry. Let's get some food. Let's get some food. Am I making any? Nope. Let's eat a little bit of meat stew. Direwolf stew. Direwolf stew. Let's drink a little bit since we are here. That should be pretty fast. So how many of you saw my video about modding, about getting the radiated and glowing wolves? How many of you had a chance to watch that one? Let me see what I want to do here. So I wanted to get a design where I can iron bars. I need iron bars. Iron bars. I want to get a design where I can put turrets to watch the entrances these ones. You have to go for party in 3 hours. Well, I won't be playing afterwards, but I'll be playing probably up to that. So that's a good timing at least. Oh, see the problem here. Okay, so that's a bit of an issue here. Go kill a chicken. Oh, chickens are so hard to see. I mean, they're seriously hard to see. All right, so let me see over here. I want to do a way that I can cover these, like these areas here with the turrets, so that I can turn on and off as I please, but in a way that will not, see this one, this will not fit because the iron bar is here. I guess I could put them here actually. Actually, what I could do, wolves are creepy. You checked Jerva. Yeah, he releases some now and then. I mean, he doesn't like to do videos. I've been trying to get him actually to do some of these videos, but you know, he has no interest in that, which I can understand. Okay, let's take this one. So I'm helping to do some of them for him because he does some nice testing and some nice stuff that I enjoy watching. Actually, so if I put this one here, and then I put this one, oh no, wrong immediately. Of course it has to be wrong. Of course it has to be wrong. Guess I don't have enough gas. Right. Oh, because that's why it's... Alright. Hey Coleman, welcome, welcome. Next horde, are you talking about the Blood Moon horde or the other horde? Do you survive a Cap? I'm surprised that Cap doesn't do any streaming. I mean, I understand, I mean, it's probably family stuff as well, because obviously he does a lot of other stuff. It would be nice to see him stream, but I don't think he does that. At least I've never seen him do any. I could be because I miss it. But yeah, it would be nice to do streaming, you know, whether with him or... Because he, you know, he's got a lot of fans. So I'm sure his fans would appreciate it. So I was thinking if I do this... And I do, if I can place it this, then it's pretty protected. Right, and if I then, let me see here, I try not to break my legs. Can I come down here? I keep breaking my legs when I go up and down. If I, let's try and rewire this one. This one is temporary. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot a switch. Have to have switches. So the next Blood Moon Horde, so day 56 is the Horde. So the next one is 63, which means it's gonna be not yet. Not yet. So let me see. What was I looking for? I need a switch. Where is there a switch? If I was a switch, I would be here. You have to think like a switch to be a switch. Or something like that. So if I put this one... Can I put... Oh, I can't put it there. See, that's the problem with some of these things. I would want to put a switch here. Or a switch here. But you can't because obviously it's in the wrong place. But if I was a switch over here... I could put it... Should I put a switch up on my base? That's a good question. Anyway, let's do this temporarily. The good thing of the land claim block is that you can always... Oh, ooh. Yeah, it's a very long range. So Coleman is saying on the map he's playing this whole block that's basically empty and flat. Depends on what the other ones are. I mean, because so she's gonna walk here and she's gonna die. Oh, so you saw what happened here, right? She actually screamed, even though she didn't scream. If that makes any sense. So there was no scream from her, but the game decided that she actually screamed and called in zombies. So here's your horde. Oh. Alright, he died there anyway. And this one got a bit lost. And got a bit dead. You bathe in the blood of your wolves, kill all humans. Thank you, Krishna, I appreciate it. So back to Coleman question. So unless it's too close, it should be alright. The only thing to watch for is that you don't get too close to the other buildings, right? Because in Alpha 16.4, they extended the sleeper zone a few blocks outside of the actual building of POI. So you risk, for instance, triggering sleeper volumes even when you're inside your base. Now, but if it's just like the normal buildings, I wouldn't worry about it. You could trigger some once in a while, but you know, it's not necessarily a problem. But you know, I would probably try to give like a 5 wide berth or something to any of. Let's see, we're gonna put it there. Actually, we want to put it like. I guess we could put it like this. You probably want to give like a 5 distance or something to the next building, just to at least minimize to some degree the occurrence of you triggering a sleeper. That's what I would do anyway. So we have this one there. They could, and that's always going to be a problem. But it really depends on whether you care. I mean, they have a tendency to path around anyway. So it might not be a major issue for you. All right, so we have this one here. So Krishna, yeah, that's probably YouTube more than anything else, unless anyone else is seeing the same thing. It's alright. The differences is fairly significant between the console and the PC. So Krishna, the empty lot is 5. So then it shouldn't be an issue, Coleman. Yeah, the only thing is that they might get stuck on the. Let me make sure that you might get stuck. They might get stuck on the other buildings, but you always have that problem if you're building inside a town. That's really tough to avoid. So you're gonna do. This one's covering there. Well, now we have Wandering Horde. As long as you don't mind that they wreck the buildings, you know, it doesn't really matter. But if you mind that they wreck the building, then yeah, you might have to take them down or something. I personally don't care. I mean, if I have a base and there's buildings around, because what happens in towns, right, is that they will spawn somewhere, and they generally will end up. They generally will end up getting stuck somewhere, and they will attack the blocks of that building, that PI. So if you care about how that looks, then avoid it. I personally don't really care, actually. I think that it's fine. I mean, it's just one of those things that I'm expecting to happen anyway. So auto turret. Nah, shotgun turret's better. I'm thinking I'm so bad at shooting. More luck than anything else. Alright, so we have this one here. Let's do the switch. So partly what I'm trying to do here is, yeah, that's why probably I should have to switch somewhere. But I'm trying to do it in such a way, and it's gonna look so ugly. Actually, I'm trying to do it in such a way that I can sort of turn things off and on, so I can go out and clear these sides without having to worry about wandering holes coming in on me all the time. So I'm trying to sort of see if I put the turrets here, how will that look and how will that work? So let's put in this one, lock the ammo, and something like this. Maybe I should have done iron bars underneath. Well, one of the reasons I didn't want to do iron bars underneath is that if there is a cop exploding underneath, iron bars will take damage. Actually, it's pretty far though. Something to think about. Let's do the last one here, so that I can at least do some cleanup and everything without always have to worry about getting jumped. Oh, auto turret. It'll work for now. Without being jumped by all these evil zombies. Just because this is zombie apocalypse doesn't mean they should be evil, right? Let's put this one here. Let's put this one a bit too far. And let's put it here. And this way. And let's do this one. And cover. I could cover both. Yeah, why not? Why not? I think that covers a little bit of both. Possibly. Right. Obviously, it's going to take some more of electricity being drawn right now, but ammo's done. This is locked. So now, for instance, right, if I go down and clean here, right, and there's a horde of zombies coming by, at least the turrets will help. Gun laws are really tight in Singapore, which is also a reason why we don't have a lot of problems with the guns around the country, or the city, depending on how you look at it. Gun laws in Singapore basically say, if you get caught with a gun, it's off to the gallows with you. They literally hang you. So it's not recommended. Don't walk around with a gun. unless you're like a police or a security that has clearance to carry a gun. Otherwise, I would not recommend it. It will cause you a lot of problems. Let's do this one. Do I need anything else? Spikes, perhaps. Let me take some spikes. But, you know, Singapore is a safe place, so people don't really carry around guns. Oh, poles, but I wanted poles. That's not a pole. These ones are poles. So it's not a major issue, actually. Pretty much no. There are very few people who have a license to own a gun in Singapore. And I'm fine with that. I really have no problem with it. This one is almost broken anyway. Copy rotation. Bang. 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 And let's do slightly offset. But I mean, Singapore is really safe. And when I say that, I really mean it. It's really safe. I mean, it's a small place. I mean, oh, I missed it. So you don't need one. There's no reason why you would be owning a gun in Singapore. So that safety issue is actually really nice, because, you know, I have my family here. Ouch. Having my family here is really nice to not have to worry about crime in general. All right, let's worry about that one later. So that part is still nice. Alright, so we have Interesting. Let me see this one. So this one took damage. This one took no damage. Oh, this one took a little bit of damage. Not very much though. Let's see if there's anything. Should I do this one? Yeah, I might as well. Get some more bones. Get my skill up. Actually, I should, before I do that, I should be blocking this one off. Bam. 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 And actually, we'll need to do, yes, need to do this. Right. So have any of you been to Singapore or to Asia in general? Except in games, maybe. If you played Battlefield 4, Battlefield 4 had, I think it was 4, yeah it was, had some scenes where you actually are in Singapore, which is pretty cool. Funny thing is that it's not exactly the way Singapore looks. Oh, I can reach there, good. It was pretty close, some of it was not. If you watched Hitman, what's it called? Hitman, is it Hitman 41? It might be. The Hitman movie, it was also has scenes filmed in Singapore. So it also shows some of it. Alright, let's do that later. What was here? Oh yeah, I think that might have been I had a staircase or something here. Over 2,000, wow, that's a lot of hours in Battlefield. So did you know that part of it was in Singapore? At least the campaign. Not one of the other maps, but the campaign. Yes, Singapore is expensive to get to if you are in the US. Europe is a little bit better. Scrap. Europe is a little bit better. But it's Europe is about 13-hour flight, plus minus. US is a lot further, especially if you are in the East Coast. Then going to Europe, going to Singapore is really annoying, and I've done that a number of times. Unfortunately, it's really annoying because you end up having to fly. So if I fly to like New York area, either normally what they do is that they send you through Los Angeles or San Francisco, and so you end up spending You end up spending a lot of time on the plane. They used to have this direct flight from Singapore to Newark, and then they canceled it, and I think it's back now though, because that was really nice. Your wolves will run over the world. So are you talking? I'm sure you're not talking about my radiated wolves. Actually, it's Jerva's radiated wolves. To be honest, he's the one who made them. Welcome back, Krishna. So I need some better way of dropping off loot here. Oh yeah, this was part of the reason why I wanted them to attack here, so I could clean up here, so I can put some do a chest. So I could actually... Hey, that's not what I wanted. So I could put in my concrete here. Yep. Oh, nope, that was a little bit too offensive. No. See, I can place the chest. I can't reach it. Oh, no. Alright, let's... Another chest. Let's make another chest. See, why is this one so weird from this one to this one? Oh, I still can't reach it. Are you kidding me? Oh, there I can. Bam, 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 bam. Get rid of all this stuff. Oh, not this one. Keep this one. No, you probably didn't miss too much. Probably. You never know. You never know. Now just clean up. Oh, food. Alright, so we're gonna clean up this one as well. So the reason I put the poles here is just I'm trying to funnel the zombies when they come so that they go in at certain locations, and they seem to be doing a pretty good job of doing that, which is why I'm extending here, because I figured that if it's working, then it's working, and it'll save me some trouble. It'll save me a little bit of trouble with zombies coming in at places they shouldn't be. And there we go, and one more. Ouch. Alright, stuck. Nice. I need to get the top one later on, but that's how it is. Let's see what else we have here. Unfortunately, you know, the loot in 16 is Alpha 16 is a little bit underwhelming, which I think is a little bit of a pity. It would have been. I know they toned down the loot because they wanted to sort of extend the game, so you know there's more end game. But it does feel like now there's just not enough loot. You're fighting these hordes and you're finding some things, but nothing really that is really interesting. And I think that's a bit of a pity. Let's see, is everything inside done? Nope. Did they break? No, I don't think they broke it out actually. Rango? What's Rango? Ringo? Isn't Rango a cartoon? Oh, sort of shotgun. Assemble. No, I think that. Oh, that's so way out there. I have to get it later. Take my trusted bike, but not yet. Let's get some of the cleanup done. So you're doing a lot of cleanup for very little return. Oh, that was Screamer. Alright, she didn't see anything, I think. She didn't see. Alright. Let's get rid of this one. Alright. The health nut in the Xbox version is broken. Oh really? I don't play on the consoles. I don't actually have that much awareness other than what I've seen. I thought it was a nice concept, but then it's lagging behind the PC version way too much. I like the co-op aspect of it, but it's also sort of co-op when it's so far behind just frustrates people, because people obviously want to play with the new version. They don't want to be spending too much time on an old version of the game. So I think that's a bit of a pity. Let's see if there's anything out here. Some. Other than 1,000 to 2,000. That's a fair bit, yes. That's about what it costs for me to get to Europe. About 1,000 or 2,000. No, let's not break this one. So Krishna, try going to Twitch. My sense is that Twitch is better at handling streams. For whatever reason, I always have more problems on YouTube compared to Twitch myself. So I very rarely watch YouTube streams because it just doesn't work as well. Because what happens, right, is that, you know, I'll be sending it to YouTube, sending it to Twitch and to Mixer, and then all those ones have to be distributed globally as well, right? So because I'm in Singapore, right? So I'm accessing a Singapore. It is a Singapore YouTube server, most likely. Ouch. And then they have to send that stream. You know, if you're in the US, it'll be sending it to some servers in the US to distribute the load. And if they don't do that properly, then they have issues. And Twitch seems to have a better handle of doing that, probably because, again, they've been doing streaming a lot more. 26,000. So are you on the east coast of the EU and, well, North America? Scrap. Throw. Scrap. This one we don't need. Empty. Because that's the kind of travel time I get to the east coast of North America, which is really painful. And I've done that in a single flight. A single flight there when I had the I don't know what they call it, but Singapore Airlines. So I had that. Let me drink some. It was something like 18 and a half, 19 hours of straight airtime. So it was sort of painful. Okay, 4 stops. Well, usually what they do, they go hub, such as San Francisco or LA, to Japan or Korea, sometimes Hong Kong, and to Singapore. So you shouldn't have to do, you should only have to do 2 stops actually. I mean, even if you're not in LA or San Francisco, it shouldn't be that many stops. But again, maybe it depends on which airline and everything as well. When I fly Singapore Airlines, which is obviously Singapore's airline, then that's what I end up having. Which is, still what, 10 hours something to Japan, and then plus whatever time to Singapore from there. Flying can be very tiring anyway. Alright, so we have here, I think that was all the cleanup. Oh, one company where you live and goes to one place. Well, that's a little bit worse than that. Would explain it. That would explain it. Okay, let's get rid of these things. At least we got a lot of bones. And we have this one. Let's get to some concrete. Concrete block. Alright, so we at least get those ones done while we're down here. See, everything is prepared in case there is a zombie horde coming, and then they don't come. What to do? But we can still put another layer here. Just for the fun of it. That's alright, Krishna. If your parents have a say in it, then you definitely should not be donating. You only donate when you're working. Anything else is money you should use for other things. That's the good thing about streams. They're free. They cost nothing to watch. Well, you might get an ad or 2 on Twitch and everything, but that's about it. You need wolves. Unfortunately, not easy to spawn wolves unless you're in creative. I mean, theoretically I could go into console and spawn it, but I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. Oh, I hate that misplacing thing that allows you to place it in a place that you actually should not be allowed to. Let's see if I can do this. At least having some layer of spikes here will help to prevent just being rushed. Alright. I think that was all of it. Yep. It slows them down at least. Let's see. Alright, we have to get this one. We have to get this one. We have to get some gas. And we have to get this one. And we filled that one out. How do we do this one? We do this one. Here, still a problem. They're gonna add Noah? Who's Noah? I don't know any Noah. Noah the who? I know they're gonna be adding Ooh, this one took some damage. Actually, not very much. See, the thing here, right? So I'm trying to use this one again to funnel them, and they do take some damage, but it's actually not a lot. They seem to try to, once you hit them and everything, they'll repath, and then they could actually be, this is probably explosions as well, explosive damage, and not actual damage from beating them. So that's pretty alright. Looks worse than it is. Nothing in nail gun won't help. Alright, so let's see here. So I want to do this one. As for those of you who haven't seen my previous videos or my when I put this on, the reason I do it down here is because if you put blade traps sort of in the head level of zombies, they will walk up to them and they'll start beating them. And you don't want to have them beating your blade trap because they will destroy them very, very fast. So instead, you basically make them walk up. So what happens here, if you've seen the horde fights, they walk up here. The blade starts spinning, and when they're up there, they get decapitated. So that's why I have it going up here. If I had built everything one lower, obviously I wouldn't have to do that. But you know, here this works pretty well anyway. To just, did I hear something? No. So that works pretty well. Oh, they actually broke a block here. This one I need to steal up. So let me ramp. It's a ramp. Gonna need a bunch of those ones anyway. So let's copy rotation and bam. And repair this one. See, that's a weakness, and I think that the reason they beat that one is because Lev was standing up on that tower. So if you stand on the tower, they'll be down here and they'll be trying to beat it. Oh, that's probably because of cops spitting. Okay. So then they'll be standing down here and beating on the walls. So I tend to not stand on the towers very much because I prefer to be behind the poles and everything. Make it a little bit fair so they have something to break through. First note of the game. I don't remember the game. Hey, Linksy, welcome, welcome. I don't think I've read the notes. Are you talking about the quest note? No problem, Krishna. I'll be around for a while longer. Alright, here's pretty okay. Alright, so you see this one damage, which is probably explosive damage. Probably gonna have to do a better upgrade at some point. I realized actually you can actually put sod to protect from explosive damage, at least from cop explosion. I'm not sure how much it'll protect from rockets and stuff like that that shoot yourself. Oh, the beginning node. Okay, got it. Got it. So we're gonna do. Well, we're gonna get rid of these ones. I think that's the same on the first here. Yep. Bam, bam. And then we got this. Alright. We have a corner. This one, I think it is. Hey Liam, welcome to the stream. Well, thank you very much, Liam. I do appreciate it. Welcome to hang out on the stream bit. I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup and ooh, and I level 157. That's interesting. They took out. Oh, they didn't take out. It's because there's supposed to be blocks there. That's why. There's supposed to be blocks here. If I put this one, yeah, that's why it looked open, because there has to be blocks, because I have the electric fence post right behind. So oh, here I don't have to do that actually, but I probably want to. Okay, let me Let me see. I probably want to do that anyway now that I think about it. Because I don't have any blade traps there yet. You've never made cement. Cement is good. Reinforced concrete is even better. So right now I'm just improving my base a little bit. Doing some cleanup. And this one should be, yep. I live in Singapore. So we're gonna do a ramp here. So this is not strictly necessary because there's no blade traps here, but it will help in case I put blade traps later on. Because if I don't do this, I'll have to do it later and just take out a lot of the concrete. So I might as well just do nude now. Easier than redoing it later. Because some of the later hordes might be a lot tougher. I mean, when the game stage goes very high, having extra blade traps might actually help me out a fair bit. Concrete. More concrete. If I can find it. Here it is. Oh, you live in India? Yeah, I figured by the name. Singapore is, is pretty. Oh no. Singapore is pretty multicultural. I mean, there's obviously Chinese is the main group of people, but there's a lot of Malay and a lot of Indians actually in Singapore. Yes. Oh, maybe not so. Yes, maybe I'll let her see me. Right. She did see me. I'm just gonna let her see me and see what happens when she spawns in some friends, but oh well. I guess she didn't want to. She didn't want to see me at all. This one? No, this one is fine. This one is fine as well. See, all this didn't really take that much damage, which is good. This one took some. So I'm trying to be careful here because I don't want to upgrade them to reinforced concrete just yet. In case I want to make changes, it's a lot easier to make changes on. Oh, that one is fine. On normal concrete, a lot less effort to tear it out. So we have obviously some console players, but I guess most of you are playing on the PC. So what are you guys most looking forward to in the next game version? Whether it's Alpha 17 or from console. Kill all zombies. All zombies are dead already. They are toasted. And this is a gravestone on the side for Mr. Lev when he accidentally fell down and died here. What a clumsy guy. And I had nothing to do with that. Nothing. Console looking forward to any. That might be true. That might be a little bit too true, unfortunately. Oh, this one. There's one more. And there we go. Copy rotation. Copy rotation is actually very convenient. It's when you're building. I wouldn't say that it's 100% necessary, but it's really nice. Oh, can I can put it here, and I can. Right, let's do this now. Let's do this. Get one there. part is done. Yeah, we're pretty okay. There's so many spikes around, so I don't think that should be an issue. You play on Mac. Well, Mac should be the same version as on PC, right? Well, depending on how you look at it. Mac is a PC. I mean, it's a personal computer. Let's put this one down. Yes, the glitching thing is so annoying. I don't think they'll be fixing that though, unfortunately. But I agree. It would be really nice if they did. Okay, break. Everything fall down. Now. Yes. Alright, that's better. It would be really nice if they fixed that. Yes, Krishna. Macintosh. Well, Macintosh is a good computer. I mean, it's, depending on how you look at it, it's still a PC, just not a Windows PC. Actually, let me go out and put some spikes here. Respike. Spike is probably one of the cheapest way to have a early base defense, because they help to soak up a lot of the initial waves and zombies that are coming. Which, especially when you're having big hordes, it really helps, because if you can get spikes to kill the first 51, then at least you'll be in position by when the next 300 or 400 or 500 come. So I find that really helpful. That's one of the big reasons I have spikes. You know, it also makes sure that you don't have all these random zombies just walking in, hitting your base. And they also are pretty good at giving you corpses. And corpses are good. Why can't I place there? Corpses are good because it gives you the bones. And bones are good because it gives you glue. And glue is good because it gives you duct tape. And duct tape is used in a lot of recipes. And this one is dead. Consistent hordes, not the ones that end at midnight. Well, they don't end at... Are you talking about the Blood Moon hordes? Because those end at 4 AM. Or are we talking about something else? Explain yourself, Cole. My favorite tool, I would probably say the auger. I really like the auger. It's almost to the point that the auger is a little bit overpowered because of how they deal with experience. Because you get so much experience mining that it's a lot better to level by mining than it is to killing zombies. I mean, if you spend, especially if you're in a desert and you're, getting oil shale and let's say nitrate and whatever else you're lucky to find, the amount of experience you can get in, it's just, you're talking about a couple of levels a minute if you just burning fuel. And if you're finding oil shale, then it's very easy to just burn fuel because you'll have so much of it. Okay, yeah. So what happens there, and I've made a change there, so I don't have that happen, specifically for that reason. What I do is that it's the trickle horde, the last horde that was, and they had that in alpha. I need more spikes. Spike 50. They had that in alpha 15 as well. The trickle horde that comes after, because okay, so Blood Moon horde, cool beans. Oh, means I cannot put that. So a Blood Moon horde basically consists of 4 waves, and out of those, it's the first 3 waves that are the difficult ones, but they will deplete in number. They have a certain amount of number of zombies that you kill before they one by one finish. And once you have depleted those ones, there is the trickle wave that basically gives you 1 or 2 or 3, depending on the game stage, I think, of zombies that has like 500 600 of quantity, which means that it tends to last. what I usually do, and I did that since even back in Alpha 15, I would change this so that instead of having just 1 or 2 or 3, I have like 20, because I find that's a lot more interesting. So when I do that, I never have just a couple. I have a lot more, and I find that makes it a lot more enjoyable for me anyway. Because I agree, Coleman, I don't like to have it stop just at, you know, midnight because it runs out of zombies. So I basically just added extra. Oh, no concrete. That was dumb of me. That's an XML change, yes. It's actually pretty easy XML change. If you go to, if you check my earlier tutorials, I have a Blood Moon Horn configuration tutorial. And even though that one was for Alpha 15, that particular piece is actually pretty much the same. So what I do, I go into the gamestages.xml and I do a search for the, I think it's 2 or 3, 1, 2, 3, max alive, and I'll just basically change those to, you know, something else. So I'll have like 20 instead, and that helps. Because it means that instead of having just a couple of trickle zombies, I'll have 20. And because it's a very big horde with a lot of zombies out there, it might not deplete until the morning. So that works for me. I mean, some people like to have the trickle one because, you know, gives them opportunity to go out and loot and what have you during the night. But I prefer to have just more of a fight all night. So that's what I do. Yeah, if you have to pee, climb a tree. Else you'll be like Cap 1, not the other Cap on the server, who he tends to go AFK and then he comes back and he's dead. And that's a little bit annoying. Of course. There we go. So yes, I mess with the game stages. I do a fair bit of messing with it, actually. I do a fair bit of messing with it. Actually, if you give me a moment, let me just place this down. I can give you a quick showcase of that one. Let me just go back to the base and pause. I can show what I do. Hold on. So this is a single player, so I can pause, which is good. But let's do it in the safety of the house. So let me pause. Give me just a moment. Let me try to find the files. Properties, local files, browse local files. Let me do data config, game stages.xml. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I need to add a source in OBS. Hold on, browsers, display capture, window capture. Not the restream chat. This one, yes. Ooh. Is even on top of it. All right, so you see, you should be able to see this one now, right? I'm always serious. I think y'all can see this one. If you can't, let me know. So this is the game stages file that is in the data/config directory. So what I usually do, and I haven't, oh, I must have reset it. I tend to change this one to 0 because this is basically how much does the game remove of your days alive when you die. So I tend to bring that down to 0 so that it doesn't diminish it. I haven't died for a while, so it's not a big deal. Then you have all this is Wandering Hordes. And you'll see, right, let's say at a 50 game stage, it'll summon the zombie bear group, right? And 4 of them, and for, you know, max 30, but it's just going to be 4. You have the, let's see what else. Sleeper hordes is the same thing, but it doesn't show very much. But let's go down to the feral, well, the blood moon hordes, right? So let's take like a game stage. Let's do 600. All right, you see it'll spawn. The first one it'll spawn will be 66 total of feral horde stage GS 580. When that one is done, it's going to go to this one that has 66 of them as well. And when that one is done, it's going to do another one that has 66, right? So it's 3 times 66. When those are done, it'll go to the trickle, and this is really where the trickle is, which basically gives you a total of 600, but they're only going to come 2 at a time. So what I tend to do, and I haven't done that on this file itself, it'll basically, if you do is a search and replace of max alive 2 and you change that to 20, it means that instead of having 2 of them, there'll be 20. You could do that, Krishna, but you're going to have a problem with your frame rate because they take a fair bit of CPU. So a simple search and replace for max alive 2 for max alive 20, and you probably end up seeing that instead of having just 2 at a time for the trickle zombie, you're going to have, sorry, triple horde, triple wave rather, you're going to have 20. Right, so I can even do that. Let's do copy. I do search and replace. Right, you can see actually I've done that here before. So I do this one then, I guess, here. So basically, if it's at the end of this one, I do replace, and you see it's changing. Hey, find next, and then replace, etc. So basically, replace all. So now it'll be 25. So instead of 2 at a time, it'll be 25. And then, of course, you have to save. You have to restart the game. But it does mean that you'll have a lot more of them. And of course, here you have max alive 3, and let me do a replace there as well. Right, and you do replace all. So if I use this file, if I restart the game, during the Blood Moon Horde, instead of having a couple of them at a time, there'll be 25 for the trickle wave. Now you see the trickle wave is all 600, so you know it's going to last a fair while. And that makes it a lot more interesting. So let me go back to the game and get out of here. So that's something you can do to make it a little bit more interesting. Why do you want to be serious like me? It's not good to be too serious. You should be enjoying yourself instead of being too serious. Especially when we play games. Actually, I need more spikes. More spikes. Do I have any wood? I have some wood. Probably gonna have to get more. You're welcome. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to do. Spike. How many can I do? No, let's do 2. Oh, good. Right. Kill all humans. Poor humans. They are getting blasted. Why do you want to kill all humans? Kill all zombies. All the nasty zombies. So let's do this. This one can go here. We don't need that one. What time is it? Let's go get some. I can do that later. Alright, let's go and see what else we found in the chests. I don't think there was that much of interest, but let's at least. Oh! Alright, that's what happens when you trigger one of the tripwires. The darts will start firing. So I got. This is one thing I had during the night. And this is another. This one I can throw. This one I can throw. Right. Nope. This one is empty. Well, 0% seriousness can be pretty good. If you could survive in PvP, probably not. The problem with PvP is that it's so easy to exploit, which is a bit of a pity. Thank you very much, Coleman. Thank you very much for those tasty, delicious bits. Do appreciate it, as always. Coleman likes to cheer. He's a very kind person. So the problem with, and we don't want this one. The problem with PvP is that it's really easy to abuse the system. There's an easy way to find out where other players are. There's an easy way to look through the ground and everything, and that just makes it makes PvP not as interesting. Because it's not a fair game. It's not really meant for PvP. The game works pretty well for PvE if you have a group of players, but it doesn't work as well when you're having, you know, against each other. No, I don't think the hit registration, all that thing, even the damage and the armor and everything is not really geared towards shooting other players. So I generally, I can't say I've ever played on a PvP server simply for that reason. Because, you know, if it's not balanced, then it's sort of like, what's the point of playing there, right? I've seen some people do it. Yes, accident. Well, that's PvE, right? You know, accidental discharges and all those things. You know, it's just one of those things that happen. Maybe maybe at some point they will be fixing the PvP aspects, but the game right now is not really suitable for it. It's not meant for it. It's not created for it. Now I only kill friends by accident, of course. I mean, purely by accident. I would never do that otherwise. Alright, so we are pretty much okay here. Oh yeah, I was going to see why one of these one was... Oh, have I misplaced this one? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, now I know why. It looked weird because it's a different design on each side, so I needed that space for the tripwire, I guess. But why don't I have a tripwire here? I could have a tripwire for this one as well, right? I could. I should. And I didn't. Which means I should be fixing it at some point. Right. Oh. No more of concrete. Let's get some concrete and fill that hole up. I generally prefer PvE anyway. I think PvE is a little bit more interesting for a zombie survival game. I mean, it's called a zombie survival game for a reason. Let's do 65 works. It is a zombie survival game, and I think that it's a lot more interesting to survive as a zombie game than it is to survive against other players. Unless you have a group of players who have like you have agreed on sort of what's the rule going to be, and you're sure that people are not abusing the game mechanics. Yes. Yes. Oh. It sounded like this. Yep, there's. Oh. Yes. Sound like there was one of those. Don't explode. Actually, I can turn this one off. Turn this one off. And turn this one off as well. God, the trash. Oh, you mean the airdrop? I can do the airdrop. Actually, that's probably a good thing to do before we get nighttime. You killed 2 guys with an SMG with a bow and a kiss. That's a very dangerous kiss. Let's see which one is mine. Is that mine? Probably. Oh, they locked it. Maybe. It sure wasn't a kiss. Kiss people to death. And let's go this way. I'm excited about having multi-seat vehicles. I think that's going to be nice and interesting, because right now there's a problem that if you die, no one can sort of drop you off, have you pick up your things and everything. You have to get a whole new mini bike. Let's see if this one is here. Yes. You have to get a whole new mini bike and everything. So having a Jeep or something with 2 seats would be really nice, I think. Especially if you can mount like a machine gun on it or something like that. And hopefully they'll properly fix the ragdolling, which I think they at least have showcased, that you can drive over or drive into zombies properly. Because that was something that was so fun in Alpha 15. You know, you drive into zombies or was that the burning forest? I didn't realize there was a burning forest here. Oh no, this is not a burning forest. This is a... Right. So this is a small little wasteland patch. If anyone sees the mine, let me know. It'll probably be overall by then. Scary mine. And of course the thing has to drop here. Ooh, no, I don't want to have this one. Alright, no mines that I saw. Some middling things. I didn't realize there was a... I did not realize that there was a wasteland here. Let's see if I can get out of here without dying. Yes, I don't like to hit the mines. The mines can really wreck your day. You hit a mine and you take a lot of damage. And if you don't hit a mine, there'll probably be dog. And then when you're fighting the dog, you back up into a mine and then you die. Ooh. So either way, it's not good. No, I'm cautious. That's what it's called. It's called being cautious. Right. Zombie bear, yes. You'll run into a zombie bear that looks like a bear. That's another problem. Because the zombie bears in the game, at a distance, they look like normal bears. It's only when you get close to them that actually they look like zombie bears. It's like the texture only loads in after a while. Well, actually after a while. They only load in when you're a certain distance. And that can be a little bit frustrating. There's been a number of times when I've been in Burning Forest. It's probably... Oh! Burning Forest. And you see a bear, and it's actually it's something far worse than a bear. Let's see if I can park this one. I'm gonna have to get rid of all these other bikes. Except they locked them. I wonder if I can. Oh, I can actually. I need a garage. You want food? You can have no food. There is no food for you. Alright, let's do this. Let's get rid of this crossbow bolt. It's nice, but it's a little bit deadly. Kill all bears. Yes, I agree with that one. I definitely agree. Have I read this one? I have. Need to put this into my bookshelf, which should be up here. Alright, let's dump some more stuff. This one. Great alcohol can go here. So what are the aspects of the games that you guys enjoyed the most? What's the best part of the game? Except killing all the zombies. Obviously killing zombies should be a big aspect of it. Let me take one of you. I'm healing, okay, so that's good. That's good. Let's drink some. Drink up. And heal. Personally, things that I like with the game, I like the building, I like the decorating, I like the painting bit. So I'm glad that that's something that they did add. Found diamond? No, I think I've only ever found silver. I've actually never found anything else. Ooh, this one should be there. Am I out of resources? No, I think I should have over there. Yep, I have. I've only ever found silver. Unfortunately. This one. What else can I burn? This one, let's do cement. Killing nakeds in PvP. Oh, so young gamers, so you like to go and kill them. So you're the kind of person you should be avoiding then. Let's get some of this sand. Am I really out of sand as well? Kill all humans. That sounds so violent. So we should make some crushed sand as well. 999. Right. I guess that's... I have so much steel, which is good. I'm gonna have to do something with that too. I'm gonna have to put all this somewhere. Let's put it here. Let's get the food as well. The thing I like the least is all the sorting. I mean, it's hard to avoid in these kind of games, but it's so dull to go sorting all your things. I just want to play it. That's why when I play with people, they always get frustrated because I don't really like to sort. I'll just dump things. I'll dump things here and there, and most people don't like that. Let's see here. Anything else? This one is good. And then I'll do some sorting once in a while, but not very frequently. But at least it saves me the hassle of doing it. Let's do that. Let's melt some things down. You're the Predator in the movies. Good movies though. I think I have to say I do like the Predator one the best though. It's probably the most interesting one. Old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I still think that was pretty good, even though it's been a while since I saw it. Where did I even put my duct tape? Maybe it's the last one. Now we have a horde coming in. So we can... Just watch him shoot you. Do a lot of headshots. Oh, he's got no arms. And that was it. The turrets are actually pretty good. But well, he was shooting very far. Let's see if I can make that a bit smaller. And he used up... Well, the problem is that they burn through ammunition like there is no tomorrow. That was like 97. That's just a lot of ammunition. If you keep on having to replenish it, it's just even worse. That's why spikes is good. The main problem I have with using turrets is really that getting ammunition is painful. You cut out their spine, eat their brains. That's somewhat brutal, yes. It's so painful to... can we fuel this one? It's painful to always be replenishing the ammunition, the turrets. Because nitrate, I mean, I have a lot of gunpowder, I think. So I've got a lot of gunpowder. Where I tend to run out is buckshot and the bullet tips, because that's all lead. And lead is painful to dig. So I've made here, but this would, this is, let's see, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shots, right? If you take a big horde, a blood moon horde, all these one could go to kill the horde, right? And then you're back to nothing. So that's a bit of a problem. And usually it's not because of the nitrate and the coal, because that's a little bit easier to get, but it's because of getting the having to get paper. So this is why I didn't have any duct tape. It's because you need to get the lead, and lead is quite painful to get in big quantities. Storage dynamic like the catwalks. Plates in a... Yes, I agree. And it would be even nicer if you could say that, hey, the workbench, let me connect it to to some containers. I'll just take the containers like within, like, say three blocks. So that let's say I put my storage container around here, and I go into the workbench, and I can go like, okay, I can just do this stuff here, and it'll still take it from the containers. So I don't have to go to the container, grab it, and then go back and then do that all the time. It really would be very useful if you could avoid that. I can, Krishna, I can. At least of the things that I know are going to be in, which are a little bit less of what will be in. But yeah, I could definitely do that. I could do that. Shotgun ammo. So hopefully, so coming back to the lead bit, because it's so difficult to get huge quantities of lead, feeding your turrets, if you always use them, is very time consuming. Because lead, when you're mining it, I mean, when you get like iron, let's see here, right? Like this iron, right? One block gives you something like 50 iron, right? Or is it more? Maybe it's even more. But when you smelt it down, it gives you ×5, right? So if every time something smelts here, right, this one is going to go up to by 5. So every iron you mine actually gives you an extra 5. But for lead, it's basically 1-to-1. So it's just difficult to get huge quantities of it. So I've amassed a fair bit of it, but it's still not going to last very long if I keep using them during the hordes. Let's do this one, and let's drink some. So I try to make bases that rely on electric fences, blade traps and stuff, other things that are a bit more renewable. And we wanted to make duct tape. And any cloth. Cloth. Do I have any cloth? Duct tape. 200. Let me see, is that the last one I have? It might be. What a pity. I don't have the Long Dark. I played the Forest, yeah. At the Long Dark, I wish it was multiplayer. Oh, this is where I have my duct tape. Never mind, so I have a lot of... Oh, I have the glue as well. Just the wrong place. Anyway, you can never have too much of it. You can never have too much of it. I've seen a little bit of the Long Dark. I wish it was a co-op one. That would make it even more interesting. And let's do this. Hello, Pierre. Pierre, I think that's how I pronounce. Welcome to the channel. And welcome to the stream, actually. I know you've watched the channel before. How are you doing this evening, day? You're in the North America, right? That's what I believe anyway. So let's get this one. Let's do some upgrading. Do I need to repair this one? I have repair, so I can do that. And do I have these ones yet? Nope. I have to fix that later, so I have to have a way to get down properly. Oh, alright, so this one have been upgraded. And this one is upgraded. This one is not. Right, this one is. I know the corner is a little bit hard to get. I have to do that later. Oh, Quebec. Ah, another Canadian. That's interesting. I guess I should have known from the French name. I guess Quebec is more likely. So I guess you made a stream. Finally. So that's nice of you. Thank you very much for coming by. So I'm just in my base here. I'm just doing some steel upgrade. Actually, I should be doing double here. Says I am already around here. So usually it's the bottom two that they will be targeting. So those are usually the ones I try to focus on. Yep, you should. I think the halls are the interesting ones to see. This one. And can I get this one? Yes, I can. And this one. Okay. This one and this one. And this one. Good thing I got tons of steel. And this one doesn't really need anything. Steel is really helpful in your base defenses because it just lasts a lot longer than the normal one. I have something sounded like a lone. Yep, sounded like a lone one. It's 043 0043. So it's very early on Saturday morning for me actually. Normally, and if you know, if you, hey, why is there? Oh, it's correct. Okay, I was wondering why it was looking weird. The timings I stream are better for everyone else than it is for me. It's worse for me because it's always at a bad timing for me. But you know, it's the only way I can really stream a bit more consistently because I want to make it so people can make it. And, you know, no matter how I look at it, most of the people watching the videos on the channel are going to be in North America. There is a fairly sizable European group as well, but let's face it, most people watching are still going to be in America, or North America, I should say, to be more clear. So in order to allow people to watch my streams, I end up streaming at times that at least Americans can join if they want to, and that Europeans can join. But because of the time difference, I end up being very late for myself. But you know, that's life. At least it makes it easier in the sense of my daughter has hopefully gone to bed, so it's a little bit more quiet. So I don't have that problem. Why can't I? Why can't I? Ooh, that was fast. I actually ran out of steel and I thought it was something else. 10:15 in India. That would make sense because it's 2.5 hours, right? Wow, that was a nice Young Gamer Blast. Is that like, what kind of icon is that? Oh, no. Ooh. Phew. I thought I was gonna break my leg there. Right. So, and actually, speaking of the zombie bear, the texture popping, you see that here as well. If you look at the drawbridge, you'll see the texture popping there as well. And it's the same kind of thing that you see in with a zombie bear. It's like they have a low res one from close from further away, and then you have a high res one from further away. Sorry, low res from further away and high res from closer. But they don't even match up, right? You see this thing shifts, right? And it's actually taller when you're closer to it. It's just like they've had two different models that they just haven't reconciled. Level up your weapon skill. For if you're using the machete, yes. Using the machete, the best way to level it up is to always use the machete when you're skinning corpses. 9:45 for Coleman. Yeah, it's early in the US, especially on the west coast. Yeah, that hay bale. I don't think I hit the hay bale though, actually. I think I hit the ground, unfortunately. Because it was painful. If it was hay bale, there wouldn't even be the blood. So, pure, if you're using the machete or knife, always use that one to skin animals or chop up corpses. Because that goes on the knife skill, and that really levels it up. So if you look at my knife skill, let me go here, knife, not this one. Not this one either. Alright, let's go to the weapons. The blade weapons. This one is almost entirely from skinning corpses. I use my machete to skin this one, and this one goes up. And this one, I should do at some point actually. How much is difference? Well, there's a lot of difference in damage. Ooh. I can do that later. Rifle, yeah, oh, okay. Now those ones are, all you can do is shoot them, right? Shoot with the rifles and everything. And that's another problem here. It's a little bit like handguns, not gonna go. Rifles, I've been using a fair bit, but it still, takes a long time, right? Because you don't use it that much, right? Get a sniper rifle and just use that one a lot to kill zombies. And at least you're doing what you can to get it up. I like to use a sniper rifle at a distance. It just helps to whittle down the hordes, and it's pretty fun to just snipe. Do this one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. And this one. Yep, so it's even at least. And yep. Shell, yep. It does, but it's unavoidable. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any other way of doing it. You have to shoot. You have to shoot, because the only way you get experience is shooting and hitting. So I guess that's the second tip. Make sure you hit so you don't waste ammo. I don't use compound bow because the crossbow is, I believe it does more damage, and you have the exploding bolts. I think the compound bow really lacks something interesting. I mean, it lacks something additional. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I can stand here. The compound bow is just not worth it, I think. Unfortunately, I thought the concept of it was nice, but you might as well just use the crossbow and have exploding bolts. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have exploding bolts? So nope, no compound bow. It does allow you to do use the flaming arrow, but the flaming arrow, unfortunately, is so crappy because you have really bad visibility with it. So that one doesn't really help you either. Let's do this one. Yep, but that one is done. So I think that's a pity. I wish the compound mode was better. It does, but the good thing is, like with compound bow, right? You can shoot and then you can run around, right? Right, then you can run around, you can stop, you can shoot, and you can run again. You can't do that with the bow. Actually, that looked pretty good when you shot it. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so you can run, you can shoot and run, and you can't do that the same way with the compound bow. So that makes the compound bow worse. The compound bow does have the flaming arrow, but and I'll show that I did that in the previous way. So we have flaming arrow and compound bow. I like the, so what happens, right, is that I go like, oh look, that looks nice, but let me say I have like a zombie that is like behind there. I go in here, looks good, right? Then I do this. How am I going to hit the zombie when I can't even see him, right? The problem is that the flame is so big and so in the way that it just doesn't, you know, it's like you can sort of see where it is next to it, unless it's close, right? Then it's easier. But you know, compound bow, you want to shoot like something out there, right? You want to be able to shoot whatever is out there, but the flame is so in the way that it just doesn't work, right? So if there's something out there, how am I going to use the compound bow? You just don't, right? With a crossbow, at least you could, right? If you crouch down, you'll have an even better way of doing that. But just compound bow, it's like it just covers it, right? And that's with a flaming arrow. Of course, if you have a regular arrow, you can. But with a crossbow, at least on Horde Knights, you can use the exploding crossbow, which is really much useful. Do I have a normal arrow? I don't think I do. Alright. So, alright, then I can't aim. Let me see if I can make a normal arrow. Normal arrow, normal arrow. Okay. Normal arrow. So, the mark you're using really depends on the distance, right? So if it's closer, you use the higher one. So if I want to hit like the rock, you know, I probably should be using the higher one, right? If it's further away, you basically want to use a low one, because it basically makes your aim higher, right? So if you want to hit something out there, I wish there was some zombies out there that you could actually show. But if you want to use something out there further out, then you use the low one, because you get a higher trajectory on it. That's true. That's true, Pierre. Just that I tend to do more run and gunning. So I like to be able to shoot and then reposition and then shoot again. And I like to have my crossbow bolts, my exploding crossbow bolts. And since I can't do that with this one, it's, you know, zooming in though, this one is better because it is easier to shoot the normal arrows. So potential for base defense where you're not using exploding crossbow bolts, then it would be useful. But during hordes, you want to have the exploding crossbows because they are so much better. They are so much better. Doing a horde without exploding crossbows is tough, to say the least. It's very tough. Right, let's see if I can do some. Do I need any more darts? Probably. Dart. If I do this one, I do this one. Ooh, not 6. I do. And dart. Nope. So I use the compound bow more early game than I actually use it late game, because early game it makes it easier to shoot because you can aim down sights a little bit easier. But once I get to a base defense kind of thing, I very rarely use it, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Molotov, no, okay, so coming to the Molotov, I actually use them a lot during the base defense. You can't throw Molotov that far, but they're really nice for... What else do I need here? I think that was all. Shotgun shell. So Molotovs are really nice for when you're behind walls. So if you've seen... you maybe haven't seen my previous Horde Knights, but I always carry on Molotovs. The reason is that, you know, you end up with a bunch of zombies here, or you end up with a bunch of zombies here, and you just toss a Molotov at them, and, you know, they're going to take so much damage, right? If you have like these choke points, even better, because, you know, they're all going to end up there and get turned on fire, and then when they reach the walls, they've taken, you know, 50 damage or something, and then they die a lot faster. I don't think people are interested in watching my face. You know, maybe if I get 1 million subscribers. I'm not the kind who like to do. It's probably just a. Nope. Was that just a wandering zombie? Night vision goggles are nice at times. So I'm not a big fan of watching people's face on either YouTube videos or streams because I think it distracts. It usually takes space away from the game. And if I want to watch something, I want to watch the game. So you know, so that's one of the big reasons I don't use a face cam. I don't really care about it. Not saying that I never would, but at the moment I don't really have any interest in doing that. So it's unlikely to be something that has a high value for the channel anyway. Come on, you guys should be watching the channel and not my ugly face. Let's see here. So I want to continue building these things and see what I'd get. I did some of it last time, but I obviously need to do more. This one, oh yeah, catwalk, yes. And for catwalk, I need this one. And I need this one. So let me see here. So the reason I've done it this way is that so these are, these are all, and I wish I could paint them here, unfortunately. These are all concrete plates. And these are the iron bars that I painted. The reason I don't do iron bars to all of them is that concrete you can upgrade to steel and they have more hit points. Iron bars you can't. Or you throw your mouse away. I start easily when things happen. It's I tend to get so into games that I start easily. So if I'm like doing something and I get attacked from the side, I tend to start. You'll see my hand whip away. Maybe that's something similar to how your wife sees. So yeah, that always happens to me. And if I get attacked and I'm not anticipating it, you know, you'll see my hand just jerk around, which of course is a bit of a problem if you have to be aiming at something. So we have to do this one, and we're gonna go 2 out with the. Oh, I don't have any plates. Let me make some. Plate with concrete plate. So I use plates so I can upgrade them if that's really needed. I don't want to have. Oh no, these are okay. So these are the upside down catwalks. So I'm going to do that for the corridors. Let me see here. So this would be 2, 2, 2. Okay, just making sure I get it right. And copy rotation is very useful. 1. And bam, bam. And let's do 1, 2. 1, 2. So tomorrow's stream, I'll most likely be on the Patreon or sub server. I know the guys are. I think some of them are on there right now playing actually. The reason I don't, was it this way? I think so, yes. The reason I don't play on the multiplayer server on Fridays is people in North America are either going to go to school or they're going to be working, and then they will never be able to participate. So I'm going to try to avoid doing that and only do. What day is the sub server right now? Good question. I don't know if Lev or Cap or Jerva is on the stream. If you are, speak up. Maybe it's like day 70 or something. Something like that. We've been pretty busy building, a community base. A lot of things that involves. Let me see. Right, so these are just the normal railings. So I need scrap. So we're around 70 or 80 or something. I don't think it's too super high. Since the server time only goes when there is the plate. No scrap. Reinforcement siding, that's what it is. So the time only goes when people are on the server. It doesn't go that fast, which is, you know, helpful. You don't want to have it to go too fast anyway. Bam, bam. And this one, and then you want to have the railing. You're starting to get, so nitrate is easy, lead is worse. I have very few problems with nitrate. If you find a nice nitrate vein, I mean, you can collect 20-30,000 of nitrate. Lead, unfortunately, is a lot more of a problem. Let's do this. Let's do this. So yes, I always have problems with lead, and that's the reason why I don't like to use turrets too much all the time. I do have turrets covering, and I can see, I can show. I have turrets covering like in here. If they really break through and I need to pull back, then I have like 4 turrets here that just would massacre. But I don't want to use turrets consistently shooting out unless I have to, because they will burn through ammunition, and getting like you mentioned, Pierre, getting lead is difficult. Nitrate, if you find a good vein, and if you've seen my video about how to locate ores, that will help. Hey Jane, welcome Jane. Oh, you cheat mode? I can understand that. I know Lev, who is on he was in a couple of episodes here, and he's on the sub server right now. He likes to do a lot of creative, so he'll build his base and everything, and he doesn't really care about the horse, but he likes to build and not fight all the zombies all the time. So I can understand that. And creative is a good way of doing that. I'm glad that they have the creative mode, because again, it helps people who don't necessarily enjoy all the fighting. It's easier if you are is this correct? It's easier if you are playing with friends, because obviously it's, you know, less of an issue. Welcome Jane. Surfer drop connected to, yes, they are. They are. And I can actually do that. Let me drop things off. I need another drop chest. I can actually go and show some of that. Of how to find some of these things. And I don't need this one. Don't need this one. Gas is good. Auger is good. Let's see if I need to just eat something. So let's go out. We can see, we can probably go and do a treasure map. Oh, we don't want to do this one though. We could do this one. So as you see, right, I have very little uncovered. Something went wrong when I transferred my game between from a solo player to a multiplayer. I think my map got reset. I possibly can retake that from a save. You hate sleepers and pop-ups? Yes. Again, that's why reason of, you know, play with friends. It's usually a lot more interesting. At least I think so. So so Pierre, let me do that. I mean, let's go out and let's try to find a nitrate vein. I have a lot of that one. Yeah, I should be good. Let's go towards the... It's alright, Krishna, not to worry. You don't have to tip just to enjoy the stream. That's not what it's all about. Just enjoy, sit back and have fun. That's more important. So so what you do, let's go further away. Should we go into the snow? Let's do this. Our snow's a little bit harder though. Let me go a little bit towards the treasure chest, and then I'll show. Right. Alright. So let's see, you're here, right? You want to look for these patches of gravel. Right, so let's go for this one. Just to the south. south. So we should find some gravel here, right? So what you do is you basically just sample it. And this one doesn't show anything, so this one is probably not very interesting. Alright, let's find a different one. You want to find gravel patches, basically. And then you want to just check to see... Actually, was that a gravel patch? It might not have been. But it should have been. Let's go up here. And you basically just dig into it a little bit. You have a major beef with treasure chests. Mine always end up underneath the roads for some reason. And I have no idea why. Let's see. So, let's see here. Let's get some gravel. Here's some gravel. Iron. So, it's alright. I got iron when I dug here, right? Which means that there's going to be an iron vein underneath. But we don't care about iron. Let's see if we can get some nitrate. But we have to go through the snow is easier to do that. If I can avoid getting stuck. I tend to get treasure chests underneath the roads for some reason, and that's both good and bad. With an auger, it's not too bad to get, fortunately, but it's still a little bit weird. So let's get into the coal place. Alright, let's see if I can find any gravel. All these are... should be gravel. Hey Jerva! Yes, I'm the reason there are all these potholes. Oh no, that was probably... So you can dig down through the... Alright, so... Alright, that was a bad idea. It's difficult to find the gravel here. So let's go back to the good old plains. And try again here. I don't want to find just... Oh, here's one. So you see they give me iron, which means they're going to be finding iron underneath. But iron is so common, so we don't want to go for that. Let's find something else. Hey Jerva, what day count is this server on right now? People are asking. People asking what day count was. And I said I thought it was 70 or 80, but actually I don't know offhand. 72, okay, so I wasn't too far off. There's iron. Let's see here. Iron. I want to get something more interesting. So let's keep on looking. Problem with plains is that you don't necessarily always get something else. It's underneath the gravel, yes. But you want to find the right... Also, they see that, you see, right? It dropped nitrate. So let me make sure I don't get hit by something. Yeah, it can wander a little bit. But often, at least, it's reasonable. See if I can find the gravel again. Since I'm not finding the gravel again. this way. This single player, yes. Lead is the worst. So generally it means that there should be some nitrate deposit below, but sometimes you have to have some luck. If you watch my video, I actually had one where I dug in dirt and there was nitrate, and then I dug straight down like 10-15 and I immediately hit the nitrate. But you know, sometimes it goes off in other directions and it's a little bit harder. So let's go down a little bit. See if we can find something. See if we get lucky. It's probably too far. Alright, let me drop the audio on the auger a little bit. See if I can make my way here and find the vein. The problem is more of finding the vein, because it should be down here somewhere. Let's see. It could be so small. My daughter is sleeping in a different room and I am using headsets. I'm using Audio-Technica headset actually. Different levels. They do spawn at particular levels. In this case, I'm actually surprised that I can't even find the gravel patch. Let's get up a little bit. Do frame. See if I can get up here. Sometimes getting up is more trouble than getting down. All right. So we should be somewhere. We seem to be unlucky. I can't find the vein again. So you want to follow the gravel vein if you can, but as you notice, right, sometimes you just can't find it again, right? There's supposed to be gravel vein, but sometimes it doesn't show up. So it's a bad place to dig. And then you just go somewhere else, because ultimately, especially for nitrate, once you've found it, you don't actually need to find a lot of extra mines, because they can give you so much that it doesn't really require anything else. All right, let's go to a slightly different place then. See if we can find another one. Here's slightly different. Sand and iron. Oops. Nope, get away from him. So it takes a little bit of luck to be able to find the right ones. But once you do, right, you don't need a lot of the mines, because one nitrate mine, you know, if it gives you 30,000 nitrate, you know, it's going to take a while before you're going to need it again. Let's see if I can get up my bike. Give me my bike. Would be nice to find a coal vein. Iron. Nope. With an auger it's pretty easy though, because it's so much easier to dig. This one is no good. Oh, so here's lead, right? So let's see if we have better luck here. So this one looks better. So hopefully this one is better. You want to try to just follow the... Well, you want to follow it without dying, of course. Let's see if I can do that. Not always the easiest. But you see this all gravel, right? And yep, I can go down here and you see there's still... Ah, see, right? Say I hit the... I went down here. Let me do this. And I followed it. And now you have lead. So here I'm just playing in the base game. I did not mod the backpack or anything. So that was a pitiful amount of lead. But there was lead, even though it was actually quite a pitiful amount of it. Maybe there's more around, but here we have some of this one. We can try to look for more. Alright, let me get some of the recipe gas can. And I don't want to equip it. I want to make recipe. I want to make gas can. I want to craft. So one thing to be careful about is that you don't get jumped by zombies when you're down here. Which you can. So now they're beating the... And it was a wandering horde too. It's alright. Let me know if they fall down. So somewhere there might be more lead. Not always easy to find. Easy to mine though, because everything just falls down. See you, old woman gamer. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. Oh, they're still there. They are still there. I wish there was more of the lead though, but lead is always a problem. They come in too small veins compared to the other things, and then they just don't give you enough. But that's basically how you do it. You just try to follow the veins down, you know. If you don't get enough, then I guess you're gonna have to try and find another one. Don't come down here. Yes, this way. Or not. Ooh, there were a few of them waiting for me here. Krishna, it's not that chat is delayed, it's that there's always going to be delay from the... Okay. Oh. Actually fell down there. Oop. Let me put you out of your misery. And one more. Alright. He's trying to help me find lead. Yes, please. Please do that. What I just do when I go mining, I'll go down to like -50. And then I'll just go in the direction of where there are some gravel patches on the ground. And I hope that some of them have something I need. And I try to do it in a place where there are multiple biomes, so I can at least get a bit of a spread of... Let's see if I can find something else. Nope. But usually lead is the only thing that causes a problem. Iron you can find everywhere. And nitrate, you know, I usually get that in the snow biome. Coal, and you get a little bit everywhere as well. Plains is usually not that interesting to dig. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to give anything that you really wanna mine. I mean, you can find the coal above ground. Ooh, well, that was me. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else now. Yes, lead ×5. Yeah, lead is a bit of a problem in the vanilla base game. Let's see if there's anything here. Oh, so here's lead at least. I got attacked by a cactus. What an evil cactus. Let's see if we have a better luck here. Let's see if we can get some lead here. Without collapsing everything and destroying my bike. So let's get that one over here. Doesn't look like anything is easily accessible. Block of lead. Nice. That sounds not cheaty at all. That sounds just like something I would do. But yeah, I do wish that the lead was more accessible. Alright, let's go find the treasure map. A little bit unfortunate that we don't... This one we don't need. This one we don't need either. So, it's a way to find it. Plains is probably the worst. You can get, I mean, these ones get you consistent amount of lead as well. With an auger is actually pretty fast. But you do run out of them eventually, and you getting nitrate and stuff is a little bit tougher. Nitrate and coal in huge amounts. Alright, so it should be... around this area. Let's start digging. Yes. Oh, that was not bad. Not a lot of cash though. Gold and silver, but they don't sell for that much, unfortunately. Yep. The auger is good. Find an auger and you will be swimming in resources if nothing else. Can we find a better... We could go to the forest and do some digging there. See if we can find some lead. I never liked the plains for mining, and it just doesn't have enough interesting things. But I can show my mine as well, which had just tons of things. It's all down to how you place it. What I usually do early and mid game, I go and waste all these rocks because you do get a lot of resources that you need all of them. But I also like to get a proper nitrate mine and a proper coal mine if I can, because then you can get just a lot more consistent amount of it. And coal, I just have so much of it, so you know there's so many piles up here, so I don't really have to worry about it. Nitrate was more of an issue, but I found as I dug to the snow biome, I found a big nitrate cave that gave me something like 20 or 30,000. So that was really nice. Let me get back the audio a little bit. All right. Good night, Pierre. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. So let's see if we can find anything interesting here. Digging in the wasteland is also supposedly pretty good. So let's see here. So this one, lead. So supposedly there should be lead at some point here. Let's see if we can find something without incurring the wrath of all these zombies. I'd like to do that at least to protect it a little bit. See, lead, right? I dug down a bit and I found lead. Now the question is how much lead is a different issue. You sound right. Lead. Now it might be a small vein, it might be a bigger vein, but the problem with lead is that they usually don't come in huge veins. A lot of times they come in smaller stuff. This one seems fair size though. If my daughter is good in study, she's 4 years old, so probably not yet. At 4 years old, I don't want her to be spending a lot of time studying. She should be spending the time playing and having fun. Playing with friends, having fun, painting, singing, and just enjoying life. There's time enough to do studies when you're a little bit older. Let's get recipe. Let's get a craft. Throw. Throw. And throw. Throw. See, actually there's a fair bit of lead here. And you see, right, it's just next to the gravel, so if you follow the gravel, that's where you have the best chance of just finding it. I'm actually going to get this because I always need more lead. So I'm going to see how much I can get from this one. I mean, I had a couple of hundred before this one, and we'll see after this. I can get a few thousand, that would be really nice. Repair. Let's go 1200 maybe. Yo, 4 years studying farming simulator. Train zombies off and teach her to mine for me. That would be a good idea actually. But that's why I had lev, right? Oh. Lev was very good at mining. You send him down to the coal mines and he comes out with all these nice coal. All these. So Jervites day 72. Okay, so it's going to be a while before there's another horde. Uses up as many resources, brings up. It brings up lead, I'll be happy though. Well, you're in school, then you should be studying. Get good grades, get a good education. Get a good job. Get a good family, get good friends, good people around you, and be happy. See, that's a lot of lead though. Yeah, they did the horde, yeah. I think they used up a lot of ammo as well. But it seemed to have worked well. See, this looks like a very good lead find, right? You see, I'm already at 3,000 lead here. So this is really what you're gonna do. Pierre, come back! This is how you find things. But this is how you glitch in as well. Can I glitch in this one? Not so much. You dig out all the gravel and you'll just follow the vein and you end up with a lot of stuff if you're lucky. And you imagine you're doing this and you get a nitrate vein, that you're getting, a lot of nitrate, and you do the same for a coal vein, and then you're in a pretty good position for your base building. Yeah. They did make it harder to stick your head inside, but you can still do it. Some things when especially when you're mining tunnels like 1x2, your head tends to get stuck inside the side, and then you can see a lot around you. Yeah. And I also saw from when you did all the way around. True. That would also help. But I did see someone playing PvP. Though this was on Alpha 15 though. He was doing PvP and he was testing out with a friend, and he could literally hear someone in a forge like 1,000 blocks away. He basically turned down all other sounds. I think he even turned them off. So you could hear a forge or another player crafting something like 1,000 blocks away. Alright, Krishna, let's not talk about your future then. So he was lit. He had his friend stand in his base, and then he just backed away, and he was like, at least hundreds of blocks away from him, and he could still hear him crafting. He could still hear him use the forge. So it's like some of the sounds just carry way too far. Yep. And that's a problem, right? Because you're like, oh, you're down, let's say minus 50, so you're safely in your base. You've hidden the entrance, and someone just walking around listening can hear that where you are, right? They can hear you're there, and then they can slowly get closer, and they can keep an eye out for you. And then when you show your face, they'll just shoot you. Yes. And you put steel, and then what people are doing as well, right, is that they're using the steel hatch glitch. Right, they'll put steel hatches to get into their base with their things. They don't have a door or anything, so they just have a hatch or something underneath, so that it glitches them down and through. So basically, there's no way to access their anything in their base because it's only accessible through glitching. So stuff like that is like even less interesting. It's just not made for random PvP stuff. If you're having friends you're playing PvP with, it could work because you could set ground rules such as don't go around listening for people, don't go around glitching, and then it would work, right? But then things are a lot more manageable. But if sort of random PvP, it's just not meant for it. Then you have all the duping things as well, and the hacking things and whatever. Someone hacks in 1,000 sticks of dynamite and just levels everything. Not so fun. So that's a lot of. Alright, let's. Ooh, so I found. Oh, coal I found, of course. This one. You could mark a part of the map for people. That would be interesting. That's the kind of thing that is more interesting, because then you can have a PvE server and you have like a battle arena or something, right? Things like that, yeah. I think that like that makes sense. Yep. Well, giving away tricks to people and teaching things, I think, is good. Even if it's, I mean, even if it's glitches that people don't know, I think it's good to spread it around, because it forces the developers to fix it. If it's a glitch that just some people know about, they have a tremendous advantage for when they are using it. If it's well known, then anyone can use it, and anyone will be using it. And then the developers are more likely to be patching it, which I think is preferable. Let's see if I can go down instead of up. So this was actually a very good find. I have this one. Snowball I probably want to have. Nope, this one goes. This one has to go. This was a nice lead mine. Always need more lead. Looks like I'm getting towards the end of here though. Here? A few thousand lead, never hurt anyone. And experience. What's a manger? Jerva does a lot of modding and playing around with the game, so he knows a lot of the game details. Ouch. In addition to playing on my, on the community server as well. He talks a lot. That's what he always says. He's a minion. Yes, that's true. Well, I wouldn't call him a minion. He does what he wants himself, and a minion would follow my instructions, but no. He's one of the... He's subbed on Twitch, so yes, he has access to the game server. And we make full use of his skills. Most of the time. So Jerva, are you playing on the server as well? Are you watching this? Or are you working? Oh, you should be working, right? It's... Oh... It's still US Friday daytime, morning. Oh. This is what you have to be careful about when you're mining like this. Don't get yourself killed. Don't die. At least you're gonna have lead for days. More ammo. Oh, we're gonna be able to make the bulletproof glass. That's another problem. Oh, icy roads. Alright. That's always nice too. We don't have that in Singapore. Potentially floods, but not so common anymore either though. And yeah, usually if I need to, I'll just do remote work, which is pretty convenient. I still have, how much do I have? 9,000. This is like my best lead mine ever. Tenant farmer. Yes, tree farmer and a crop farmer. Now Jerva is a he, I think. Even though that's a fluid concept nowadays in the US and Europe. So I wonder how much is in this lead mine actually. I mean, this is really a lot of lead. So this is why you don't dig in the plains. You don't get anything interesting. You go to the forest and immediately you find something interesting. And you gain levels while you're doing it. Yeah, software development and stuff like that remotely can be a bit more of a pain. Depending on how it's set up, I guess. I know people have been doing remote desktop and stuff like that to develop and stuff, and it really sucks because you're so constrained by the network. And you're slow, things are not quite as responsive as they should be, etc, etc. But if it's just for uploading things and stuff like that, and you're doing everything locally, it's a lot better. Moved and resized. I hate non-responsive systems. I like to do things locally and not have to worry about remote stuff too much. Hey Ninja! How are things? Ninja is another patron who... let's get rid of this one. And this one. Who is... I made him die again? Oh, you mean in the clip? The Twitch clip? That was not me. He fell off himself. That was... I'm entirely innocent of that one. Yes, this is solo. So I'll be on the server tomorrow instead. So that North Americans can join in the fun a bit better. Oh, my psychic powers. Yeah, that's true. I wish I could take credit for it. But no one clipped what happened to this one? No one clipped his death or on Twitch. So I had to do that when I was going through the video. So I decided just to give it a small little clip of his brave death falling off the tower of silt. Yes, I'll tell you, there is no silt in the game. What are you referring to, Krishna? Probably on my orders. Oh, Bell pushed him. What? What have I missed? He died on the server again? Hey, Cap 1! People coming on and blaming me for Lev dying. And I'm like, I'm not even there. Cap is another very nice person who is... And I'm... He's also another nice person. Okay, I'm running out of space. I'm running out of everything. So maybe I should... there's so much more left here. So for those of you who didn't know how you find resources, this is how you find resources. This is how you find 12,000 lead. And I wonder if I dropped some because I couldn't pick it up. That's also possible. Where did I get in? Where did I get in? I'm not here. You have to make sure that's safe investment. Hey, Cap. I read something on the chat that you lost some things because the game bugged out. That you lost your hotbar. Can you just drop me a note in a Discord of what you lost, and I can help to replace it. It could be one of those lag bugs. If you get thrown out and it ate... Oh, maybe it's over there. Is it here? Yes. So Cap is another good guy, and he does a lot of building actually. He's got a lot of pictures that he shares for all of us to have a look at. Let me see if I can put server on the this one on the Twitch chat server. He shared a lot of stuff there. Alright, let me see, where is this? Lead mine. Lead mine. What? Let's go back to base with all these yummy, delicious lead. Good thing I don't get lead poisoning. And there's more lead, but nope, not as much. Yeah, it does happen. I mean, it's... You wrote everything you had? Okay, Cap 1, I have to... I saw you mention something. I didn't see if you mentioned everything. I just recall seeing something about it. So if you want to make it easier for me, then just DM me in Discord, because I don't have to go all the way back to try to figure out what you lost. Yeah, that happened to Cap as well. The same thing happened to him. He died, and then the backpack fell through the world, and he lost everything. Blame video, yes, blame me. It's my fault. Correct. All of you guys talk so much nonsense. No, I'm just kidding. You guys don't talk nonsense. You talk very important, very interesting stuff that I care very much about. Let's do that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care about what people talk about. At least I got a little bit of that, and we can do some lead here too, actually. Since we're at it. I don't have space. I need... Ooh. I didn't realize I had all that space. Don't think so. No! Jerva, come on! I thought I explained. You guys have to decide yourself. Don't ask me. I'm just here for the ride. I'm fine with whatever you guys decide. You guys do a wonderful job at everything. Ah, okay. I did not say they suck. I just came with constructive criticism. I can have comments too, right? So duplicated the mini bike in your hotbar, and when we left, okay, so that's why you lost the stuff, because it switched out your hotbar. Let's do this one. Oh, that sucks. At least you had a lot. You don't talk nonsense, then you're probably one of the few people. I always talk nonsense, people tell me. Let's do assemble. Let's pop this one in. And we have better. Yep. Oh shit button, yes. Oh shit button. As long as you protect them, it's alright. You just have to make sure you protect them. I mean, a common problem that people is that they don't protect them, and then they have 750 bullets in there. And then a cop spits and you don't have a turret anymore, and you don't have all the ammo, and then you are really frustrated and wonder why you were so dumb that you didn't protect it. It's more stuff like that. Oh, slit. You mean the arrow slit? So arrow slits are good for dart traps. Yes. And yeah, the trigger plates lag as much. So the arrow slits are very good for protecting the dart traps. You can use them to shoot yourself, right? But you want to make sure that your traps behind are protected. So if a cop explodes here, or they're beating here, that they're not going to destroy whatever is behind, because you don't want to lose all the ammo, for instance, right? You want to make sure that the ammo is safe. Underground farming 2. Are you talking about the sun? The sun passing through? Let's see, let's fill these ones up a bit. Ooh, this one, some more. So you can never have too many darts. Ooh, this one also needs a lot more. Alright. Guess I need more. Oh, they let light through. Okay. I need to do something about that bit. True, but they don't look as nice. That's the problem. I'm like, if I want to have a proper underground farm, I want to have bulletproof glass. I think arrow slits shouldn't decrease it at all. I don't think so, actually. Yeah. Oh, they do it. So they do decrease now. That sucks then. But I guess if you make it all, you know, all over, then at least that helps. Because then you're covering everything. So how's my audio? Let's bring that back up. Arrow slits are good for protecting your generators. If I can get down here. Alright, so if I fight here, I want to make sure my generator and stuff doesn't get hit. So I have, you know, a box here, and I have a generator here. So it's pretty good at doing that. Recipe. Bam, bam. Refuel. I think it should be 6 or 7. I thought it was 9 normally. And bulletproof is 2. Normal glass is 1. Yeah, I have a... I can see it from here. I wonder where it is. I do have an underground farm around here somewhere. With a couple of bulletproof glass that goes all the way down to the farm. So that helps. Alright, let me see what else. So now I can make a lot of buckshot. Nice, let's just pump that out. And let's pump this out as well. Get more. Yes. Yeah, Jerva has a very good, a very big farm, I should say. It's a massive. Yep, painting helps. Yeah, Jerva, make us an underground 50 by 50 farm. Just kidding. You don't have to do that. You should, but you don't have to. If you make them big, they look actually really nice because you get all the nice light coming in and everything. The downside is, of course, that it takes a lot of effort, and you need a. I don't like that the bullet. Let's see the bulletproof. Bulletproof. You look at the bulletproof glass, like 40 lead. What is the meaning of life? Kill zombie and eat their flesh. No, don't eat the zombie flesh. That can't be healthy. So bulletproof glass at 40 lead means that everyone is 20 buckshot. I think the buckshot is 2 lead, I think. Buckshot is 3 lead. So 7. Big patch of farm. They cause lag if they are next to each other. So if you have one space in between, I think it does not. Something like that. 30 by 20, yep. Just make sure that it's far away from the base. Far away from the base. You don't want to have it too close to the base. That causes a host of other problems. So no fighting. Alright. Let's continue building the bridge. But your game stage cap on the server is very high though. Much higher than mine. Much higher than mine. I think mine was like, I checked, mine was like 170 and you guys were like, oh, mine is 600, mine is 400. And I'm down at 170. You guys are the best. You are the advanced ones. I'm doing 90 minutes here, yeah. Normally when I play single player, I actually do 60. But it's a bit of a problem to do 60 here. Because when you talk all this nonsense, you keep running down the clock. If I run down the clock all the time, it means that I'm going to be horde night, it's going to be nighttime so soon, and I don't get anything done. So that's why I'm doing slightly longer ones. Yep. Go to Jerva's channel and check it out. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I don't have his access there. Jerva's channel. Oh yeah, Jerva's channel is linked in my latest the modded one. So you should be able to find him there if you don't have his channel address. Because he's the one who gave me a lot of the information of how the modded beast worked. This one. This one. Is this the right way? Oh no. See, this is the problem. It's not the same. These ones have to be taken out. Everything has to look the same. Coleman is in the house. Right, let's do these ones the right way. So that looks uniform across the whole place. And this one should be this way. Yeah, Cap does a lot of building, so he's got a lot of pictures as well on the chat server. He posted a fair bit of them of nice thing he's built. So he does a great job with that one. And this one we're going to do the catwalk. So the catwalk here. Baby brother, nice. That's really nice. Oh, we're going to have friends. Yes, spot me. Okay, don't spot me. Oh, now she's dead. That's a lot of ammo. That was a lot of ammo. Bam, bam. Alright, this one, and then we do this one. I know. I didn't think it was going to be that many. I didn't think it was going to be that many. But, oh well. Just for a small little screamer. I could have done one headshot and that would have been it. But I didn't intend for the turret to kill her. I was intending for her to see me scream and then the turret to kill whatever was coming in through the gap. But I guess that didn't happen. Hey Danish Thinker, welcome, welcome. It's been a while. Mr. Danish. So we can upgrade these ones because they look much better upgraded. These one are upgraded already. Alright, so now, ooh. Oh, nope, nope, this one we're going to take back. Plate. Wet concrete plate. We're going to need a lot of those ones. We don't need this one. As we need. So yeah, I put a couple of turrets here. I'm trying to use the turrets to potentially cover the entrances here. Just that after the hordes and everything, if I need to, I can just turn them on so that they can protect me, protect my hide. So that when I go looting, I don't get swarmed by random zombies. That's the idea of those one. I thought I'd try doing that. And this one. Thank you, Krishna. There are a lot of very nicer bases. This one is pretty functional though. At least so far. So far it's been pretty functional, I should say. It's not necessarily always going to be functional. The question is how it behaves like at a game stage 2000, 3000, 4000. It might totally break down. Oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to come up with a good color scheme for the base. You are absolutely right. No one seems to like my pink paint. I painted things pink on the multiplayer server as well, but people didn't appreciate it somehow. I had no idea why. 3 FPS. Oh, because it's yeah, it's mirror. Oh, it's a mirror on the wall. That one, that one, that one, that one. So let's not do that, Jerva. Let's not do that. Wrong way. Alright. This way, and let's... And let's see here, we need more of the plates. Need more plates. Here we go. This is a thing that just has to be done. I just have to get these walkways sorted out. So painful to walk around otherwise. Bam, bam, bam. Almost done though. Almost done. Well, I like pink on my daughter. She looks good in pink. I don't look good in pink. My base doesn't look good in pink. I think it's still there. Yes, but this was more of a test. This was not intended as the ultimate base color. We shall remove it once I figure out what color to make for the base. And it's not going to be pink. It'll probably scare the zombies. Pepto base wall. Yes, Cole. I mean, it's... I don't know how he fell through. I think it was maybe it was a glitch or something. It was absolutely a glitch. I mean, it's like when he fell off the wall while we were having the horde. I mean, that was not my fault, right? I mean, I happened to be close by, but it's definitely not my fault. Some of these things is just, you know, it's he needs to learn to stay on his feet. And advanced rotation. I wish they had advanced rotation enabled by default. I find it so frustrating. I have to change that all the time. And this one, and now we do the upgrade, and we are pretty done with that part. Oh, we need the railings, but that's not as bad. Pepto-Bismol. Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that one. This one is repaired. And this one, I think these are all okay. Right, so we need the siding, right? The siding we need. And what else do we need? We need a railing. I wish I got another nice horde coming by. A dire wolf horde with some nice meat would be good. Railings. Do I have any more railings here? Probably not. Don't have a lot of scrap. Okay. Siding. Reinforcement siding. Oh, no, not. 30 is good, and we need some rail links. Let's get a bunch of these ones. 20. Let's do 30. Okay. Right, so metal siding goes on these two out. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I bet I'm gonna walk off behind here as well. I need to get those railings up as well. 1, 2. At least this way you don't fall off. Plus 50. The higher the better. See you, Krishna. Have a good rest and have a wonderful weekend, and listen to your mommy. Your mother is always right. Actually, your daddy is always right. I should say that because I am the daddy. No, your parents are. They always look after you. Yep. If you can do 90, that's good. Down to minus 50, and then obviously you have to start somewhere. Let's do this one, and we have this one, and this one. Oh, and not this one. That's interesting. I can't keep missing it. Too small. This way and this way. And this way. Yeah, you have to find like a plateau or something. That's quite tough. But if you find it, it's good for a fall base. Fall trap. Otherwise you end up having to have a lot of turrets and stuff like that to kill things. Which sort of works as well, I guess, but just takes a lot more resources. Need more railings. No, I think he meant he found a location which had that. Unless I misunderstood him. Oh, come on, Jarva. You guys can finish immediately if you want to. You can finish whenever you want to. I shall not say a word. Next time people ask me for comments, I'm going to say, wonderful. Go ahead. Unless it's whether to kill video or not. Ooh, that works anyway. Actually, I can do that here as well. No more rail links. Yep. It's good if you just want to play around with it, but yeah, the problem if it's too remote, it gets difficult to join the group. Party cancel? That's too bad. Yeah, it's a little bit far away. Unless you want to have a lot of space. You could make like a tunnel all the way to the community base. 2,500 would take a while though. I wish we could have like a tunnel bore or something. Just make it much easier. Let's see if we upgrade all this. Oh no. Oh well. It repairs straight through. I upgraded some plates. Could make me want. It has to be vanilla. You cannot just make things and expect it to work. Yep. That was sort of my view as well. Get the community base at least, you know, with a central housing, whatever, so we can get that up, and then, you know, we can all each make our own bases as well. Boranilla? You're such a bore. Do I have any more? Yep. Don't be such a bore. One all done. Oh, we have to do this one too. I forgot about that. Too. We should have done the Jervagon and just build underneath. That's it. Yes, board. Board night. Yes. Shooting is wonderful. But just the platform is kind of boring. Effective but boring. That's the downside. Effective but boring. Then there's no style. Then you just stand up there, you have the spikes underneath, and then you're having a wonderful time. Well, it depends, Jerva. If you put the pillars far enough away from each other, and you basically hide, then the cops won't even spit at you. They're not going to explode because you have nothing there. They'll just mill around underneath. You could do that, but that's also very boring. It would work though. It would work. Alright, let's upgrade these ones. Me neither. I'm just saying you could. Could but should not. It's more fun if you don't. Yes, it's to kill and spread them out over a long, far distance. I agree. You have to kill them, but you also have to kill them with style, I think. That's why if you just kill them with turrets, it's not really stylish. You know, you do need to have some of the traps as well. Repair. Upgrade, upgrade. Upgrade, upgrade. It should be easier though if you have a community base though, because let's say you have 4, 5 players fighting. It should be easier to take care of the cops coming in, I suspect. Question is how much easier. That's a slightly different problem though, but at least, you know, you should be able to take out, hopefully, the cops as they come in. Hopefully. Alright, so we're gonna need to take the paint and the paintbrush. There is my paintbrush. Paintbrush, paintbrush. Where are those hiding? If you were a paintbrush, where would you hide? I would hide here. Yep, that's true. It's not going to be too long. Alright, let's take this one. What did I do here? Oh, I did. Do you see me here? Nope. You work for food and a room to stay in. Good. We need more of these. Alright, get a little bit of here. And the reason I'm just painting some here so that I can just grab the paint without running very far later on. So I can figure things out. Right. And here I have all the way out. Let's do that. Let's do that. We all go live in cap space. Caps, I hope you have beds and everything for us. I know, it's like I need a garage. I'm gonna charge people for the parking. Are you working on it? We'll be escaping to you. But Cap, is your base entirely below ground? Oh no. I noticed, Ninja. I noticed one was locked, which was even more irritating. It's alright. There are ways around locks. There are ways around it. At least you used to be able to just destroy the bike. You bring it down to low, and the bike lock will go down to 0 durability, and that will unlock it. Yeah, and then you can just remove it, and you can repair the bike to bring it back to pristine condition. So that also works. Sort of. Alright, we'll see. We shall see. What if I just tow it? You know, just tow it slightly. That'll be alright. That should still be a fair game. I probably will. Parking ticket. I probably will upgrade them. I just didn't do the. Actually, if I upgrade them now, does it change? I guess it probably does, right? It should. We'll do that later. That was a good point, but let's paint this for now, and then worry about upgrade later on. A lot of these ones are not really going to take a lot of damage, so it's less of an issue. Zombie fishing area? What's a zombie fishing area? Have to look at this. Yes. Pink, right? Cap? Tell me it's pink. Oh. I thought you went fishing. Hey Krishna. I thought your parents told you to go to bed. I probably will upgrade them at some point, if nothing else by accident. That's very kind of her. I'm not going to be playing extremely further. It's already 2:20 here. I want to get some of the painting done. Trevor, you make it sound like I'm this dictator. The point of making it normal concrete is so that if you want to change it, you don't have to break out reinforced concrete. Once you've figured everything out, it's entirely okay. Alright. I'm a tyrant. You better do what I say. Would you rather be breaking out reinforced concrete or concrete? Come on. You want to be breaking out concrete, not reinforced concrete. You don't want to do that. Trust me. Come on, have I sent you down to the mine yet? No. You still haven't been in the mine. Well, in my defense, I'm not the one who placed them. And they weren't in the right place. Yes, I'm painting. You missed me painting here. Actually, that's not very interesting, maybe. But you missed some of the painting. Picasso. That is my middle name. Well, it's still a suggestion, right? I mean, it's not like there would be an accidental discharge with a sniper rifle, right? I mean, or a magnum. We don't have any magnums. Or, you know, an accidental unloading of an AK-47 clip. I mean, it's not like that. I mean, that kind of thing only happens once in a very blue moon. Which color? Good question. Well, it could happen. I mean, but it's not very frequent, right? It's more like an very accidental. Oh, well, in some cases it would be more like I accidentally augured your bed, because now some of you have made beds. And the bed broke, and then afterwards there was some more. I know. Jerva is not a spring chicken, as they say. He knows how to protect himself against accidental problems. Accidentally, of course. Actually, I couldn't find your bedroll. I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. Well, I don't know what color to do all this. Apparently people don't like me doing it pink, so maybe we don't do pink. Can I paint through there? I guess I can. Sending them to the wrong place is always nice. Ceiling. Gold. Gold color. I don't even think there is a gold color, right? You can't paint gold. It would be nice if you could, though. Oh, I can actually see that one. Oh, that's interesting. I can't even paint it. Oh, there I can. Okay. Phew. Oh, no, we want this one for this. Right. Have to use brown. Well, brown and gold is not quite the same, though. It's a fair big difference. Gold looks very classy and exclusive. Their teeth? That's why you don't find a lot of them, right? It's someone's old teeth. Someone dropped their teeth, their gold teeth. Yes, Krishna, these people are... Concrete brown looks like gold? No. Alright, let's find the concrete brown. So this is a concrete brown. Well, I guess it's not too far off, but it looks more brown than it does. I mean, it's not really bad, but it's not really good either. What about the concrete orange? The orange one looks better. I mean, that one looks more like gold, right? Come on, the concrete orange is better. Let's try the concrete yellow. No, that one does not look as much. But the concrete orange looks better. Hey, AK! AK has come to save us. Big old slice of cheese. Yes. Delicious. Come on, you guys love cheese, don't you? Cheesy. That'd be cool to have a cheese pattern. Oh, they like orange looks like orange, and they like brown looks like gold. So you should use orange underground, and then the brown above ground. But who would have a? Who would have a? Oh no. Who would have a base out of gold? That sounds so tacky. Yes, AK-47. Please accidentally kill. Oh, no more paint. I love cheese. Cheese is my favorite. Goldfinger, yes. And it was not. It was. He did not use concrete brown. I'm very sure of it. Cheese is the best. Who of you eats the moldy cheese, or whatever it's called, like Stilton and stuff? Delicious. Blue cheese salad dressing, yes, it's very nice. So we should do that actually. So since Cap suggested it, let's do concrete. Let's do this here. Let's see how that looks. So during the nighttime, it looks not too bad. Right. It looks like maybe like faded gold, right? Let's take the orange one. This one looks more like gold, but now it's still nighttime though. So between these two, which one looks more like gold? Now if we do drywall orange. Ooh. It looks like someone's been trying to furiously scrape off the gold. These look more like yellow, I guess. So that maybe not so good. And the yellow one obviously looks really yellow. Let's see how. I mean, let's see how it is in the morning. Let's see how it is in the morning. Let's get up here. Orange dust. But it could be, as Cap was saying, that in the daytime the brown looks better. Maybe. Maybe. We shall. Oh, no. We shall see. So you can paint so far. Pengu feeding time? What's Pengu feeding time? It's like a Tamagotchi. See ya, ninja. Oh no. This one's like a little bit tough to paint. I know this. You have a penguin? You have a penguin? It's like a baby penguin. Is that even allowed? Oh, you mean you're talking about yourself? You're feeding yourself. All right, all right. I hear. I hear Cap is good at cooking. Oh, well, you can sort of. You can use the brush. You can use the paint roller, which is even worse. I mean, I was actually referring to you can use the paint roller. I like the creative. You have this other one, which is literally a spray can, right? Where you can. Oh no! Oh no! See, this is what happens when you distract me. See, me painting all this nice stuff here. This is what happens. This is all your fault, Jerva. Look at the mess. See, that's the problem with the roller, right? It just splashes all over the place. I blame Jerva. Jerva is to blame. Oh, even worse. Right. Never listen to Jerva. Never listen to Jerva. Alright, that's... These ones are a bit annoying to paint. He did. He insinuated. He... Oh, I even painted the... That one. Yes. When I saw all this on the ground, I realized that I must have done something that I wasn't intending to do. I was not intending to do that at all. These ones are a little bit tricky to do. Working sideways is easy. Is there no sound? There should be. There should be a sound. The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel, which is actually a pretty good song, I think. See, this is why you need to make sure you just anyway. Lev always mutes me. He's like, I don't want to listen to this rubbish that Vidui speaks. Oh no, 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 no. And I don't blame him. So nice and quiet. You can just read the chat, and if there's anything important, then punishment for Jerva? No. Jerva threatened to spike up the entire base, and Jerva is the kind of person who will make good on his on the facts that he has spread. Was that another screamer? Yep, probably was. Another screamer. Alright, so we're going to see how this one turn out in the morning. Discord was in the way. 5,000 spikes should be enough. Ankle deep, yes. Be fun when you log in. Yes, Jerva, Cap1 is correct. You should come to him and spike his base. Please do. Good idea, Cap. I think that was a really good idea. Just go to Jerva and spike him. Since he asked so nicely. And then take a video so we can all enjoy it. Can I do something like this? Does that look alright? Sort of. Sort of, but not quite. I know, Jerva. Multiplayer base looks so much better. Have you guys fixed the towers yet? So I want to have it too wide, and then I guess it sort of works. Almost good. Good. That should be interesting to see. Let's get some more. Ooh. Get some more forged. Right. Forged iron. No. 500 is enough. Redesigning. Okay. Yep. See? Lev knows what I'm talking about. It's just helpful feedback. Everyone else is I'm so misunderstood. I am so misunderstood. People think I'm a tyrant, but actually I got a good heart. Off to the good likes with you. Oh, is this the... Oh, it doesn't matter here, actually. What the... Bumble minions. Why you need eat flesh? Come on, you cannot eat flesh. Then you're like a flesh eater. So I'm not 100% sold on doing it this way, but you know, for now it'll work. Maybe I'll do one more here, so at least it looks like a bit more. Nah. Means they got a finger in every bowl. Actually, for those of you who play the game, ooh, that's not what I wanted. If you play the game and you early on have problem with finding food, good heart, yes, good heart. I'm just evil. Evil people are nice too. If you're playing the game and you have problem finding food, at nighttime, just eat the flesh, because it will give you a lot of fullness. So after 10 of them, you know, you'll be full. Your stamina and food poisoning, whatever, that's all right, because you know, make sure you have enough to drink. But stamina doesn't matter. Food poisoning drains the stamina, but if you're at the base at night, it doesn't really matter anyway, and then you'll be full for the day. That's what I always did when I play game. I always just chomp down the rotten flesh if I can't find any other food, because it's actually very convenient. I'm not saying you, Christian, I'm saying me. I'm saying I am evil and proud of it. I have to be proud of something. It does, but it's so little, and early on I don't really care very much about the little wellness I lose. Let's see. Ooh. More shotgun slugs. Shotgun ammo. You've never? Oh, you're missing out, Jerva. You are really missing out. You need to try it. Real men eat the flesh. Real men eat the flesh. And then they're dead men, but they still eat it. Do I have any more? Not too much, actually. Where's my glue? Glue, glue, glue. Ooh. So this is why you need a lot of the paper. Sorry, glue. A lot of the bones. So you can make all... Oh no, I don't have any more. Oh, I do. Okay. It's alright. You mean you don't have any antibiotics? But I think it's so funny that you can eat rotten meat and you just get a bit of stomach ache, but you drink the murky water and you're gonna die. I have to say I find that really amusing. It's like, why would eating the meat be better than drinking the water? I never quite figured that one out. So let's get some of this. Let's get some of this. Let's make concrete mix. Let's make concrete mix. And let's make crushed sand. Let's make a lot more crushed sand. Why do you say that? I mean, it's true if it's really murky water, there would really be all these bacteria and stuff like that, right? But I guarantee, if you eat some rotten flesh, you are... Well, if you eat rotten flesh, you are not unlikely to die. If your wellness reaches 0, you die. You die. You are dead. You're toast. Well, you're not toast, but you're dead. Yeah, you get dysentery from. But you... The funny thing that's all the water is murky water. There is no non-murky water. Maybe the US, the water is so bad. I know in Sweden, right, if you go up in the... well, the minimum wellness, yeah, well, it depends on how you look at it. The wellness here is 220 of 220, so the second wellness doesn't, but the current one does. If you survive McDonald's, you survive everything. You have a somewhat of a point. I like the... Let me see, let me do more of this one. I know there was someone who put a McDonald's into his jacket, and then like a year later, it was still in. It was still had not molded, and then he left it for another year, and then it was still fine. There's so much preservatives inside them. Alright, let's do this. So I've got so much of the concrete, so let's get some here. Can I combine that? Ooh. Nice. Where? Nice. Scrap. Let's get rid of them. Concrete. A lot of weight of water bugs, yes. Apparently. Oh yeah. But usually it's not the fat that is the worst thing though. I mean the preservatives and stuff like that is really bad as well. Usually it's the carbohydrates that is the main bad thing. you concrete them. That'd be nice if you could. Concrete the poor zombies. Alright, we have this one. And we have this one. Yep. You can caulk. Alright, so let's see which one looks better. So which one looks more like gold here? You have the yellow one, you have the weird orange one, and you have the brown one. And then you have the orange one. Which one looks more like gold? The left one or the right one? What kind of gold do you have in Holland? You only get one vote. Lev. Other side? What? You mean this one? None. So Cap was saying that during daytime. Okay. So Cap was saying that during daytime, this brown one, concrete brown, looked like gold. I would say this one looks more like gold. So let me combine this. So this is driveway wall orange. Come on, 4 a.m. is, you know, the sun is already up here. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Maybe lucky to have. Ooh, I missed. Jumped. I know someone did that. They jumped down here. I don't know why. Then they almost made it all the way there and then they died. Just on this spot. I know. In your honor, I'll make it pink. Well, you guys saw the clip, right, of Lev jumping down. I was happily killing zombies and then he just jumps down. But he landed in a good place, right? He landed here, so I could actually see the zombies eat him. Yes. Well, Coleman, you were here, right? So I'm sure you can vouch for that. Yes. He jumped into the spikes. You know, it's accidentally disappeared. The brown one still doesn't look as much as the other ones as gold, but maybe it'll come in. Maybe it will come in after a while. Biting costs way more than a penny. Actually, it is almost a penny, right? 1 bit is actually 1 cent. 100 bits is $1. That was 1 tasty cent. Or penny, if you are in the... This one should be this one. If you are in British pound. Actually, do you guys call... No, actually, 1 cent you call 1 penny, right? In the US. Now that I think of it. Do you even use the 1 cent coins anymore? Are they even legal tender? Ah, okay. I mean, I know in Sweden they always remove all these low ones because there's too much trouble and no one uses them. Except for stores who like to sell things as, oh, it's still legal. Okay. That's interesting. Yep. They should just phase them out and then still allow you to, you know, go to the bank to change them for something else or deposit them, whatever. At least that would help. So this one looks more yellow. This one still looks very brownish. Sort of like a turd. A turd base. Cap, is your base this color? Is it like this big giant turd? Beefy sausage? No. Do I want to hear about it? Yeah, Jericho's is the material, right? Because it's not just nickel or whatever it is. Isn't it because they have some silver in them? I do remember that that's the case of... oh, correct. Right. Yeah. I know some people have accidentally well, sold or changed their stash of old pennies until they realized that if they just sold them as silver or whatever, then they would get a lot more than they got just treating as a nickel. That's a little bit of a sad thing when people do that. Lose a fortune in nickels. Alright, so at least that's part done. So the question is what we're going to do here. Pink is obviously not the best color. It is not the best color. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do pattern. I still think this one looks sort of goldish. Yes, scream. Yes. See, the screamers scream, but you can't hear it. She's a very quiet screamer. Stun damage. So why this one? Oh, okay. That's so weird. I thought I painted it before. So it's happened once in a while that the screamer is actually doing this very quiet scream, and it still calls in zombies. So I read you when you use the brown underground with the gold looks like gold in daylight. All right, Cap. You are absolutely correct. I would be quite scared if you had a third colored base. I know, Cap, I'm just pulling your leg. You make very nice color combinations and decoration combinations in your base. I've seen them. I like them. But outside, no. But yeah, I think the inside, better. As you say, you do have the difference. So do you use electric light? What if you use like torchlight? I know you. That's why I'm pulling your leg. That's more fun. That is more fun. Let's get this one done. Alright, so at least now we have walkways all along. We don't have any towers. But that's alright. I don't like towers. I don't need towers. If I want to shoot things outside the walls, I will stand here. If I want to shoot things next to this one, I will stand here and not shoot them. Seem like... Oh yeah, isn't that one gives more light than the other ones, don't it? Because doesn't the light 05 shine further than the normal electric lights? I thought it did. At least I thought it did. Anyway, so as a final thing, we're going to be removing all this paint to not offend people's sensibility. And we do this, and we do this, and no more pink. We're gonna make it third color instead, and that's gonna be our last decorating piece for tonight. The good thing is that we found so much lead that we can have all these nice lead. Oh, and I should make some bulletproof glass as well. Oh, no. 90? Nah, let's do 20. That's good enough. And we need some tips. Ooh, no, not that many. And not that few. That'll be good. And here we have more darts. Four. Use candles for ceiling light. That's one way of doing it. I wish the electric light was just stronger. You know, it's because it's like you say, right? It doesn't shine that far. I mean, this one, it does like here, and that's it. Yeah, I should. But other than that, it's like not so much. Oh, and I still need to do something about this one. But now that I have a lot of solar, it can give a lot of power, so I can get a... Oh, it still has no problem. I can have a lot of lights. can actually start pumping this power down into the other stuff as well, which is nice. So I think that I'm reaching the end of the stream here. It's going to be 3 AM here, and I do have things to do tomorrow. It's going to be Saturday, so there is a number of family things. Yeah, the mini bike, the mini bike light, the portable sun that you have. I like this one though. I like the fireplace. I know what I'm gonna do before I call it a night. I shall take a piece of meat, and I should take a grill, and I should go up and make myself some grill food. Don't know why I never thought about that before. Come on, you need to have some charred meat. Yes. Oh, this one we should not do. This one we should do here. This one. And as a final thing, I'm gonna have some grilled meat in the beer. And then I'm gonna drink something else because I'm getting dehydrated. And that's how you finish off. I need to have a burning barrel or something so I can like sit upstairs in the snow. Actually, I don't get any snow. Maybe I need to have like a cabin here. I need to have a cabin in the snow. I like the snowfall. Or chair. I need to get a chair to sit here. Oh, you did, Jerva? Turn the TV on. Sure. Oh no, I don't have a Switch. I need to get my Switch here. I get too much hate mail from my TV video, my TV dinner. But anyway, I do appreciate everyone joining. I hope you've had a good evening or a good day there. And I probably should be streaming on the multiplayer server tomorrow. And I'm freezing to death. Thank you, AK-47. At least someone appreciates my very dry, boring humor. But I should be on the multiplayer. Didn't show that. Okay. So I should be on the multiplayer server tomorrow with these other fellows, Jerva, Cap, Lev, Tux, and Bell. So hopefully we do something interesting there. Maybe there's a horde, or maybe there's something else that is happening, depending on the timing. But that should be interesting. See how the base there is getting along. See what mischief they have been up to, and if there's going to be any accidental discharges. Give it to you. Cap, if you check my latest modded beasts video, there is a link in the description to Jerva's video, which is obviously on his channel. So he should be able to, you should be able to catch him there. He has some other videos as well that I've seen, some of his base builds and fighting some of the hordes and everything. So some interesting things. He posts once in a while. Yep. So anyways, I'm gonna go have a rest and maybe go feed my young daughter as well. See if she's hungry. Give her a night feeding. I appreciate everyone watching. And if you don't catch me tomorrow, then have a wonderful weekend. And of course, a wonderful Friday and Saturday and Sunday and next week. Until next time, I'll catch you again. See ya. Bye-bye.